Welcome aboard the Carefree Learner. This boat was built by Sarasota High School students in 1978, and today what we're going to be doing is taking water quality samples and collecting organisms, fish, invertebrates like sea urchins, and identifying them and measuring them. These are always the best days in the classroom. It is our floating classroom.
I mean, it's really cool because most of us have grown up here, we've lived here, gone to the beach, but never really thought about how things work and the fish we're seeing. So it's interesting to pull things up, recognize it, and then go back in the classroom and realize how it connects to what we're learning.
Yeah. You want to make sure it's rinsed out. Like, it's definitely unique. I don't know if there's one in the state or even the country. Our students get to go out in the boat every other week, collect organisms, bring them back to the classrooms. In addition to the data, we bring them back every 2 weeks. So it's a really wonderful opportunity. I'm seeing 35 now. Actually,
this is probably one of my greater classes that I've had, because this is the reason I signed up for it, because it's so cool to go out here and just every couple weeks just to go out and pick up fish and stuff out on the water.
Close it. Okay. And wait till that number pretty much stops, and that's what you guys are going to record. Okay.
It's really cool because I didn't know names of fish. I knew the basics like grouper, but I didn't know different types, and I've been able to recognize different things, and so have my peers. So it's a nice opportunity. I really enjoy it.
Part of the Trailblazers program, in our classroom we actually are on the tablets all the time. The students are able to take the data that they collect here and use it in the collaboration space, and those tablets just kind of allow us to do the research that's necessary for identification and for the behavior and things like that. So it's been a wonderful addition to our classroom.
Yes, I'm very glad that Sarasota County Schools and the Trailblazers program have given me this opportunity.
What do you have in there already?
A little striper fish
that you said was okay.
Yeah?
Two little tiny.
The kids have a wonderful time, and they're wonderful, and this program also, the 7th graders and other high schools do it as well. But I think that our students at Sarasota High School, because of the Trailblazer program, are very lucky in the fact that we actually get to go out in the field, collect data, and kind of link it very, very easily back into classroom content. Can you guys give a big thank you and applause for the Trailblazer program and for all the extra stuff, the support they've been giving you guys?
All right, guys, so today we're working on problem solving or making someone's life easier. So yesterday we brainstormed a whole bunch of ideas that are over on the board. This is an example that one of my 3D printing club students did. They made a little miniature doorstop. Oh my gosh, the Trailblazers program made it possible for us to get a 3D printer here at Wilkinson, and the kids are using the 3D printer not only for me for English language arts, but across the content areas and even beyond. They're actually becoming young entrepreneurs and learning how to make money and business models and really reaching all those economic standards that can be really boring sometimes to teach our kids. We're doing them here in classes. See how in science mistakes can actually lead to a better product?
It's really cool because you can design stuff, and then you can make little keychains or little action figures that you can play with, and it's pretty fun.
We know that on the space shuttle the astronauts have a 3D printer.
It's that you can make anything with it. I mean, it surprised me that the people make stuff with this almost all the time now, because for homes and fake body parts and stuff like that for medical uses and things like that, like astronauts before.
So instead of using a pencil box or where you can't find anything.
How many times do you really get to truly see a project all the way through? So to be able to innovate and explore and create and then see it actually printed out on the 3D printer, wow, that's something that many kids don't get the opportunity to do. And they really are. They may be solving a problem that we don't even know exists. It may be solving some kind of a real world problem and creating something that becomes a gadget or a gizmo that we use in our future.
Very organized.
Very organized, I like it. So the engagement that the 3D printer gives us, we actually set 3D printer time for Fridays, and kids have to have all their work caught up, all their iReady time in order to be able to use the 3D printer. So it's given the teachers a nice carrot to dangle over their head while the students are actually learning and engaged at the same time. And then Caitlin, you did a really good job making jewelry. I love those rings that you're going to use as gifts for your family.
It's like a great honor because you're learning how to be an engineer, and then you might need that in your like when you get older and stuff. And it's like a great knowledge to learn that at school.
Yeah, it's fun. Like you can you just make whatever you want. Like you can make, as long as it's like you have it approved, you can make whatever you want and just have it. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. That's how amazing it is, that it's like unexplainable.
What are some of the things you guys are working on your computer? Nikki, what were you making?
They are beyond engaged when they're doing these activities. You know, it's their world, and they are thinking so deeply, and sometimes I think we get in their way. We forget that the power of just letting them grapple and tinker a little bit can often create bigger things than we ever expected as the adults.
Now that it's grouped, I'll print this separately.
Okay. There's nothing better than getting the kids excited about something that they can be successful in and also become teachers themselves. And it's oftentimes the students who aren't teachers in their content area classrooms become the leaders in the 3D printer world, and they're able to just walk around and see what their peers need and be helpful, and sometimes this is the only place that they're able to do that. And you guys know that you can use Tinkercad at home and keep designing and send me your designs, and we'll keep creating all year. Sound good?
Yes.
Awesome.